So how far have you gone? What are you in the...
Okay, we are lot 2. We have the different contractors.
So we are the other contractors.
So I'm in charge of lot 2. So.
This is lot 2?
Yeah, lot 3 is in charge of utility, ICT, and then utility, ICT, and the rest of them.
Yes.
And lot 1 is in charge of structures.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, sir. Thank you. How are you? You also work here? Are you a contractor or official of NGGTour?
He's an engineer.
I'm an engineer in charge of the landscape.
The landscaping here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you know about this project?
The progress is progressing. At least all the contractors here do all their best.
They are putting all their best?
Yes.
To make sure that they deliver this project?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is very big. This is part of the amnesty program. Yes, sir. Amnesty program to get skill acquisition center. Yes. Yeah. So right, you guys will just look around and then maybe we'll look at the signboard to get more.
Lot 2. This is NIPP Lot 2. Lot 1 is not under our care. We have what remains nice to put the cover. We call it they have to do this construction before they put the casing. They are completed unit 1 and 2. That is the cover. It's just a panel, a sheet of metal panel that is used to cover this to reduce noise when the generator is running. Just like making it samples. Another way of calling it. All the others are switcher facility, which is almost the switching facilities. That's what you are seeing here. All those gantries.
Yes.
My name is Owerri, Radio Nigeria. As soon as we arrived here, we started making our investigations, and the locals here believe that the pipes that are lying from Owerri to Mwaho to Owerri has been abandoned, and the conductor has been paid. He's not doing anything about it. What do you have to tell us from the other end?
Sorry, that is outside our scope. We are not in charge of gas pipeline running to this project site. Our job is the power plant. There's a contractor, oil serve, that is in charge of running pipeline to get gas into this power plant. That is outside the scope of Rocksteady Engineering.
Your collaboration with
yes, then the NIPP can explain better.
Well, just as he said, that is under oil serve, which is another contract expiring. But what they made us believe, I don't very much believe what you are saying, because we are supposed to start hydrostatic test. We are supposed to start hydrostatic test of that pipeline next week. So it has not been abandoned. But they are not the contractor.
What do you know about it?
That's what I've just said.
Because you are the client.
Yes. So
what is the situation of the gas supply to this place?
The situation of the gas supply is that they are still stringing the line. But they said they have 90% completed the job. Are you not hearing me, please? So, and we are expecting to start hydrostatic test to test the integrity of that gas line by next week, according to their schedule.
Are you going to do it next week?
Hopefully, sir.
Further questions, please. Yes, quickly, come quickly, very fast. There must
yes.
be very relevant questions, no comments.
Okay, Adebi Adedapo is my name. I report for this newspaper, Abuja Bureau. Please, we want to know specifically when the project started and when it's expected to be completed.
And how much?
First quarter of this last
and,
quarter.
Okay.
Use the mic now.
And if you can get the total cost of the project.
Unfortunately, I don't have the figure on my head because there have been so many addendum. The original cost was around $19 billion or something.
$19 billion.
Please, I'm not so sure unless I look at my figure again.
We want to get those figures ready before we arrive there. That's why we're here. Why not? When we come to the site, we want to know the cost of this project. We will get it to you by the grace of God.
Sarah.
I'm Benjamin Ango from RDI, Rural Development Initiative. I want to know the level of the company's social responsibility to the immediate community, please.
Yeah, we have an aggressive social responsibility to the community. Most of the supplies and subcontract within the site here is being handled by the community. For instance, the fencing for this project site is being handled by community, and there are a lot of supply we give community. We partner with them because we believe that with their support, we shall achieve great success. We do not play with, we empower them a lot. Thank you.
I'm Mazuko from NEI Africa. I want to find out, because you mentioned about the flood that disturbed you sometime in September, and eventually when you receded, you started work. What environmental impact assessment measure did you take before this very project started? And after the flood, what mitigation steps have you taken so it does not reoccur and affect your work and the environment?
Presently, we are studying the cause of the flood. You know that the flood was a kind of an unprecedented and an emergency. Where we have great impact actually is in Omok site. The impact here is because it blocked the road and then affected some of the office area. For the turbine area, the flood did not get into this turbine area, which is the critical area for the site. For the Omok, the flood entered even the critical area. So we are doing a holistic study to be able to come up with a measure. In the event this thing happens again, we should be able to arrest it. But you know it's a national problem and it's a global problem also. But within us, we are doing something already with the client. Thank you.
Sorry, my name is Eke Chukwans, the National Planning Commission. I've read about this project before, and there's, I think, whether it's the MD or whoever, one Mr. Olotu, he mentioned that this project was supposed to be completed in April this year. And I don't think from, you are saying the last quarter of this year. And by the workforce I see on ground, this might not be realizable. Why was that first date of April this year, quoted by Mr. Olotu, not feasible? And how feasible is your last quarter date by the workforce I see on ground here?
Well, I cannot speak for Mr. Olotu. I don't know the source of the date he gave. But I remember very clearly, and I attended the meeting with the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria on the 15th of this month, where all the people, stakeholders, were gathered together to look at issues that will prevent this project being realized this year. And based on that, we are asked to submit a realistic schedule. A realistic schedule. We are the people on site. We are the people that know the problem. We are the people that know the extent of work left. And based on that schedule is what I'm telling you. And that schedule is being submitted at about now at Abuja. That's why I cannot see any of my executive directors here, because they have a mandate today to be at Abuja to finalize the meeting. The meeting was held on 15th. Another follow-up meeting was held on 17th. Today is 22, which is the last meeting. And anything submitted today becomes binding. So the date I'm giving you is more realistic date than whichever date you got from anywhere. Last quarter of this year into commercial operation. Thank you.
Now, please, Mr. Olotu is the MD of NDDC. He quoted April based on the information given to him by the contractor last year. As of last year, they told us that this unit will be ready by April. That's why Olotu quoted April.
But the most important point is to take the date we are getting today. So we should not walk backward, we should be walking forward. So end of this year is scheduled for this delivery, and the government has been reviewing the progress of work, including connecting gas. So the date is the last quarter of this year. And I think that is what we should be living here with. We will be leaving now. This project is about 338 megawatts thermal power plant. It's 90% completed. You can see that all the gas turbines have been installed. What remains is connection to gas, really. Mainly the challenge here. So you can see from Ohaji to this place that most of these power plants are on the stage of being turned on. And the gas supply action has been expedited on it. And I know that the Minister of Petroleum Resources have been working around the clock to ensure that the last mile gas supply to these power plants is achieved at various levels this year, so that the power plants ready for commissioning will come on stream. What we'll urge people here is that we don't want to come back again. They say it's next quarter or first quarter of next year. We must work around the clock to make sure we deliver this power. Nigerians are waiting for power, and we have invested so much money, and a lot of work has been done. So this last mile, we should expedite action this year. The President gave us this instruction. This is the year of delivery on most of these projects that have been outstanding. We will not want any failure, any change of date, any disruption of the work we are doing here. So NIPP, you have to be up and doing, because at the level we are in Abuja there, we are not here all the time. You are our representatives here. So you must drive the contractors to do their job. You have to drive them hard to make sure they deliver on this project. I know that the Vice President, who is chairing the NIPP board, has been working very hard, and almost every week they are reviewing, the situation plant by plant. So what we want is to see that this year, all the power projects that are virtually getting ready, we must make sure we commission them. That's the only way that the President, the government, and Nigerians will be happy with you. Please, there should be no more change of dates. All right? Thank you very much.
Well, Honorable Minister, we are constructing in each local government presently 20 kilometers of road. But in Ohaji, Ebema, they are giving special concession because there is not so much state government presence in Ohaji, Ebema. So their road quota has been increased in this first phase to 30 kilometers per local government. And this is a prototype of the roads. This is a 5-kilometer stretch in Maho Haji Ebema. And hopefully this road, you can see, has been stone-based. It will be completed within this season. By May, we are supposed to have completed the first phase of this rural road construction. Thank you.
Questions?
My name is Dennis Emmanuel. So I don't know if you will have drainages on this road, and I think you should really look at the contractor, because the quality of work doesn't seem too good.
Well, this is mostly flat land. In this contract, drainages are provided as needed. If we are going to take a tour of this road, you will find out that areas where drainages are required, drainages are put in place. This is a rural road. The average cost of this road construction in Imo State is 60 to 70 million naira per kilometer, with all features in place. And this road will serve this community for more than 10 years. That is guaranteed. And also there are consultants that are attached to make sure that quality control is in place and assured. Thank you.
Then blended or mixed with hot water, the idea is to grease the movement of the digester arms, and then later it be put to the press. At this point, what is extracted is the crude. That's the crude. We don't extract oil directly from the whole process. We blend it with hot water steam the line, and then the oil undergoes decantation, flows from one level to the other, and then we have to collect. We extract a moisture from the oil, dry it, and then we will have what we call finished oil. From there, it is being put to the storage tank. We have the best quality oil in Africa, 1.8 to 2.2 FFA. That's the true version. 1.8 to 2.2% FFA, free fatty acid. 1.8 to 2.2% FFA. We are now constructing new mill. That's 20 to 30 ton capacity.
How much oil do you produce here daily?
We produce about 20 to 30 tons of oil daily. Since His Excellency came on board, this place has gotten a new lift. This place has gotten a new lift, and we have been doing very well. So that's the true portion. That's the new mill. Work is ongoing there. Yeah. Work is ongoing at the new mill. It's 20-30 ton capacity. That's the true portion.
Your Excellency, let me add.
Yes. Okay, you add.
Your Excellency and Minister, what I want to add here is that the mill is integrated. We have the PKO processing plant there. Where we started is where we process the PKO. Nothing is a waste here. When we extract the oil, the crude palm oil, that's, Your Excellency, they want you to see the processing procedure which they are going. We also have the PKO plant there. When we have the kernel, we'll crack the kernel here and crush it, and we produce the finest PKO oil. We have sent it abroad, and from the report we've gotten, as the senior commercial manager, we have demands from so many countries in Europe and Asia of our high quality PK oil, which we have been extracting. We've started extracting here since last year. The palm kernel, yeah, the palm kernel, the sample, yes, yeah, from there, yeah, not the red oil, the PKO, the palm kernel oil, the crude is what we produce here, yeah, Your Excellency, we produce that. Yes, it is even more valuable because we have from there a lot of other elements, very costly elements are extracted like olein, stearin, and very many other things. The waste, nothing is waste here. What we have there, Your Excellency, is the EFB empty stock bunches. The empty stock there, we are not proposing because it is already in pipeline. At the completion of this, we are starting the fertilizer plant. We have cleared the site and we are dumping it somewhere around there. We are going to turn it into organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer, Crystal. So that is what we are doing there with the tank there. The whole of that side will be converted to fertilizer.
What about the waste from
the kernel? The shell. The shell has international value. For now, it is used for the production of biomass and biodiesel. We have demands even for the export of the shells. As I'm talking to you here now, we have order to export over 60,000 metric tons of it. But we are not really exporting now because what we've gotten is not enough. We are using it for our solid fuel here because that is what we use to power the boiler. But the new mill is not going to work with that. The new mill, the PKC, we have the palm kernel cake, which you mean there. The PKC is of a high demand. It is food for feeding of animals like pig and fishery. We sell them here, Your Excellency. Yes, sir, we sell them. Nothing is a waste here. Your Excellency, we also have the microeconomy where we use the palm fronds and other accessories there to produce so many things of household use, like the containers, the baskets, the brooms. We have empowered over 17 villages here. We wouldn't, if the AC they will come and buy from us, but we'll have that, we'll sell it. Your Excellency, we look forward to having that. We generate a form of food, is it a which of cost? I cannot stand to quantify, but since last year, the company has really leaped from born when it comes to this fund generation because it has been realized. Your Excellency, thank you.
Yes, the summary here, the Honourable Minister, Your Excellency, is that he's told you, basically all this, like they told you, they'll mill it. There's no waste here. We have the diesel oil that is going to come, the biodiesel oil that will come out from their waste. We have the PK, that's the palm kernel oil, the PKO. We have the palm oil itself, which has told the standard of the oil. What you see over there, which I wanted to show you, is where the fertilizer will be. So everything you see here, the mill, Honorable Minister, when you come next, you'll see our new mill. Yes, your Honorable Minister. Yes.
Honorable Minister, the most interesting thing is that this palm processing plant had lain comatose and fallow for more than a period of 25 years. It never produced money in Imo State that you could see. Today, it has been revitalized and given life, and it is producing, and it has future value and present value. But the most interesting is now, since the revitalization, the plant has now created employment for more than 2,500 people in Imo State. They are being paid from this plant. It is sustainable, and we are looking to create an additional 1,200 to 1,500 more people in the next. I couldn't tell you. You have to look at the. We have to get figures from the management of ADAPAM. 3.2 billion is the money, the upfront commitment from the company that ADAPAM, Imo Palm Plantation, was concession to, and we have a guaranteed yearly receivable of 200 million naira outside creating employment and outside the expansion that they are making. At the administrative building. Now, but another very interesting thing is they are running a nursery of extremely high yield palm seedlings, you know, that will be ready. If they are planted today, we will start harvesting from them within 3 years. And that is what is powering our agricultural revolution through the Plant a Palm project in Imo State. Thank you.
Question? Thank you.
Ikechukwu is the National Planning Commission. Honorable Minister, sir, I have to say that this is a high impact project. And it's so huge that I think it can even serve as an example to other states who are still considering what to do to boost their IGR. My question now is how much is this contributing to the state IGR?
I had said earlier that we are receiving 200 million naira per annum, aside from the concessioning fee of 3.2 billion naira that has already been paid to the states. But most importantly, our citizens are now employed here. This, between this year and last year, it has generated 2,500 employment, and we are looking toward another 1,200 to 1,500 employment capacity to be created within the next 2 years. Thank you.
From the operation here, we expect that much more money than 200 million will be generated annually. So this, is it an estimate? What is the arrangement between the company and the state government? Is it concession at certain percentages, so that we know exactly what the arrangement is?
The arrangement is very simple and straightforward. I had said earlier, from comatose position, from non-functional position, we found a concessionaire that was able to take it off our hands for a fee of 2.3 billion. If you, the plant is not sold to them. After 10 years, it reversed back to the government of Imo State. Within that period, we are getting the income. No. We don't want to get into the business of income ratio, because it's what they declare. We are interested in generating XYZ amount of money per annum and XYZ capacity of job creation for our people. That's our interest.
I'm not fully satisfied. You know, this is public investment. So this company is going to be operating here. Within the period of 10 years that they will be operating here, what is the arrangement for sharing the income between the state government and the company?
The arrangement for sharing the income, you could have taken the 3.2 billion naira, annualized it, and call it income. Now we took an upfront payment of 3.2 billion naira, and in addition to that, for every year of operation, whether they run a profit or they run a loss, they must pay Imo State government 200 million naira.
These guys can't run a loss. If they run a loss, they will never operate here. So they have done their visibility studies and know what they will earn. That's why they are here. So the question of a loss is unlikely to arise. Are you saying that, listen. Are you, no, yeah, but because of poor management, so it's not because the place is not marketable. Now that you have a situation of new installation of new machines and new management, they are going to earn money. So are you saying that regardless of how much they earn, all they need is to give Imo State 200 million?
Remember that the investments that are being made here is being paid for by the concessionaire. The government is no longer making investment here. The place was taken off the hands of Imo State government for management purposes for over a period of 10 years without the government having to make any input. They revitalized it from point zero. The government did not invest any money for the revitalization and the resuscitation of the industry. Yeah.
Yes, Honorable Minister, sir. This met a complete moribund place. And now, looking at the books, we had looked into it and found out that they will invest over 6 billion over a period of at least 6 years to resuscitating this to a functional, profitable place. And in between, they were to replant. This 6 billion we're looking at as investment into the place was looking at the nursery, having the nursery and replanting and bringing down these old trees. All you see here, Honorable Minister, are all monopoles. They are not useful. So they are replanting. And that's a lot of money they are injecting into the place. Now, outside that, the government also said their presence must be here. So the government has 5% in the establishment. It's not an outright concession. We still have our presence here with a 5% shareholding. So outside the 200 million that will come to us, we still have an interest of shareholding to the minimum, which is 5%.
In other words, this place is privatized. And the person has bought this company and the state has 5% in it.
No. It's not privatized. It's not professional.
There is a world of difference. There is no privatization involved here. There is a concession over a definite period of 10 years. And for that concession over a period of 10 years, Imo State accepted a fee of 3.2 billion down upfront payments and also an annual payout of 200 million, as the commissioner pointed out to you, and also a participatory equity percentage of 5% and management presence in the company. It is straightforward. Thank you.
Yes,
Hello, my name is Tukur Ahmed. I write for Blueprint newspapers. So now that you have positioned the company, I learned that the workers here are being owed 18 months arrears salary. So what happens to their arrears now they have concessioned the company?
The arrears of salaries owed are being met, and it is the responsibility of the company that the ADAPAM is concessioned to. They are paying the arrears. They are already paying. It's in the process and is being paid.
Come here, come.
Yes, please. Praise the Lord. I'm the chairman of Ohaji welfare here. Since we are begging the government to give us our arrears, 18 months arrears, and our civils. Many of us don't die here. Since they refuse to pay us, they give these people, they give the company to the rich. 15 years. They are building another meal. Since we are tired to hear, every one of us, many of us that have died here, these rich have already given the government of Imo State a big money. They refuse to give us our areas. 18 months. These of us have already paid their own. Give their retirement benefits. So this Commissioner of Agric, with the deputy and the governor, please, this is a high member. We want you people to help us for this year. Thank you very much.
Your name? Honorable Minister, this is the same thing you see in most areas that are quite restive. This same place was moribund for over 20 years. Nothing happened here. And for this government of His Excellency to have come and gotten this concession, I know what had happened in some states, and getting employment for these same people. All the investments are coming into their land, and we had talked with them. We had shown the books that this was not sold. IMO palm plantation was never sold. The gentleman is here, he works here, he got employment here. This was a concession over a period of time, and we showed them the books. Nothing like sale. And we told them, this is your land. By the time they finish this huge investment, Honorable Minister, nobody's taking it away from this place. It's theirs. So we now told them, you're talking about arrears. Where were you when your other managers and other governments were there? What did you do about it? And we know what we went through to get these people to come in here, Honorable Minister.
Remember, these people in question are presently employed here by the new management. Additional workers have also been hired, and they are all Imo citizens. More workers have been placed to be hired in the future. The responsibility.
That's the question. They are not opposed to what when it was under government.
The arrears of the salary, government has met a huge chunk of it, and there is still negotiations going on between the concessioning company and government to make sure that all the arrears owed anybody is completely retired, and that's where we are. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, for record purposes, this same arrears, we had sat down with the auditors and sat down with them and asked them, let us see the figures and see the human beings. We found out that some of them do not exist anymore. We needed to take an audit of who is alive that is eligible for this arrears. We found that a lot of them are no longer there. So we said, for us to pay, let us see the human beings we're paying to.
Somebody worked for some time and died. Aren't you going to pay between the period and when he died?
We will. You are Honorable Minister, we will. But let us see the figures. Let us know who and who are involved. That's what to do exactly. And auditing is going on.
Thank you very much. I totally concur with what you say. But in fact, you know, that's exactly, I think I speak on behalf of my managing director, that if we were to sit down with the facts, in a calm environment, and we get the best for everybody, providing everybody's happy and everybody's doing their work. If people work hard, they should be paid for working hard. If people are owed money, they should be paid for the money that they're owed. And this can only be done if everyone sits around the table with the information that's available and the experience that we have with our union members, with our old hands here at IMO PAM. So I welcome your points, but they must be done in a structured system. Thank you very much.
Yes, last point.
You are welcome, welcome, Honorable Minister. I'm Johnny Wokoma, the Union Chairman. Yes, you see, like what my people are saying here, this non-workers is talking about, that is ghost workers is saying in particular. I am telling you now, as a union chairman of this particular industry, there is nobody that is working here that is a ghost worker, either he or she. All these things they are saying, we have done it years, and we have done it, it's done monthly. So our problem now is the arrears. 18 months arrears owed to these particular workers. It's what is worrying us.
the severance of the workers since these people took over. Like it happened at the Rizon Pamubima in River State. These people have cleared the areas of the workers. 17 months old to them. They up to now nothing. No, since nothing has been paid to the workers up to now. Nothing, yes, nothing.
Honorable Minister, sir. Honorable Minister, sir, this was not owned by this administration. It was owned by former administration. We came in. Union, can you just cool down, please? We have paid. Roach can bear witness. When we came, because of the Christmas, we found money. His Excellency paid them some money for 3 months. If you stand here and tell the national television that you have not been paid a thing, that is unfair. That is unfair.
Anyway, first of all, let me now conclude. Workers, hey. The workers and the state government are happier now that this place is working. The workers and the state government, hey, stop it. The workers, hey, Suletu, stop it. It's all right. Because if you do that, we'll just leave. Now, the workers and the management and all of us are happier now that this place is working. When you work, if it doesn't work, your children will not have money after you leave. They pay the area, then the children will not have a job. I'm sure your children are up to employment time, but some of them are old enough to be employed now. I believe they're not going to be the last person to be employed. So I think the issue for us on the good governance tour, we'll have to give voice to the people. We have given you your voice. But reconciliation has taken place. The government and the company say they are not denying your areas, but that it has to be structured and verified. That process is going on now, and I think it is good. We call on workers, therefore, to cooperate with the new management and the state government so that this place will not die down. We want it to rise more than this. No, but yes, but the point is, we are here today, and it takes time for it to be done. You have to keep faith and keep working with the new management and the state government. We will keep monitoring. I'm sure it will be resolved. Well done. So, Chairman, thank you. All right. Thank you. That is going to cut down the distance of travel between Owerri and Port Harcourt. Just like the road you saw yesterday between Owerri and Onitsha. That one is completed and delivered. This project is still ongoing, but it's important that you see the work that is going on. What we intended doing initially was to drive straight to where the people are still aside, but because our day is ending today and I have to travel out later on, if we do this, the people in the town hall will keep waiting for us and they will not be there. So this is the road, this is the express road that the federal government is constructing. I'm not a construction engineer, but it's a commissioner for works. This is good quality work that is going on. We don't have the other details as to cost and the extent of completion because the real people who would have explained that are not here. But we are going to get in touch with the Minister of Niger Delta, call them and verify this. Maybe before the end of the town hall meeting, we'll be able to give you satisfactory answers as to where they are now and what is the cost of the project. But we felt we should show you this project here, and quite a very good project that's going on between Rivers and Port Harcourt. You can see the extent of work and the quality of work. We drove through this road, remember, yes, when we came to Futo, but we couldn't stop them because, again, we thought we would come specifically when the people are outside. Are you part of the Niger Delta? To the governor or to the federal government? At all. That's the people in the ministry are not here, so they are the ones who should explain to us. it would be better to listen to the people who are doing it. So maybe we move from here.